What a crappy week for video game news. Let's go ahead and get the big thing out of the way. Halo Infinite has been officially delayed to 2021. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I've been kind of trying to figure out what I'm going to jump into first, the PS5 or the Xbox Series X. I mean, if we're talking just raw power, then obviously the Xbox Series X. If you're talking backwards compatibility, you're thinking the Xbox Series X. But those things are important, but we all play video games for one reason, the games. And at this point, like I've been saying for the last couple weeks now, I was kind of leaning towards the Xbox mainly because of Halo. In my mind so far, not counting all the third-party games, it was pretty much, at this point, Spider-Man, Miles Morales versus Halo. I'm a bigger Halo fan. Person action-adventure collectathon games are cool and all, but I have played my fair share of Assassin's Creeds. I'm done with those in my life, I think. But man, Halo being canceled is a huge blow to me personally. So I said after the Microsoft event a couple weeks ago that there was a lot of backlash with Halo. A lot of people were saying it did not look next gen. A lot of people were further angry that the ray tracing was going to be put in as a patch later on. A lot of people were really upset about this. Me personally, I agree that the graphics did not look great. I agree that it didn't look next gen, which sucks. I mean, that's why we're buying these consoles, right? But what I was excited about is, oh my god, it looked like a great return to form. It looked like it was really going to be a game that's going to be fun. It looked cool. It was like Doom and Halo kind of put together. I was very excited. I was very pumped. But man, the fact that they have delayed it, and I get it. I've said it on this channel many times. The quote, a game that's rushed and put out is forever bad, while a delayed game that's good will be remembered as being good forever. And I'm pretty sure that's the play they're making here. Microsoft is, of course, kind of blaming COVID and all that for the difficulties they've been having, which I'm sure I'd say it's probably part that and then part something else. I mean, they've been working on this game for a long time. So it's really hard to say exactly what has caused the delay, but it has been officially delayed. And, I think I'm split on this. On the one hand, I am lamenting the fact that I will not be able to be playing Halo this year. On the other hand, you're gonna inevitably get a better game. It's the same exact thing I said back in March when Cyberpunk got delayed. I, of course, very excited for Cyberpunk, and now it's coming out in November, which is cool because I can at least play that on whichever next-gen console I'm going to decide on getting. And that kind of brings me to my next point. Without Halo being the Microsoft flagship game, personally, I'm now up in the air. It was for me a pretty clear decision. Granted, I was still waiting for, there's going to be more State of Plays, there's going to be more Microsoft events, don't get me wrong, there's going to be more. But as of before this week, it was definitely on the Microsoft spectrum. I was like, hey, I'm all in for Halo, easy peasy. Now it's a little bit more tricky. So, what do you guys think? Has this adjusted your purchasing decision? I know a lot of people who've been watching my channel are definitely more towards the PlayStation side anyway, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably laughing it up right now. But I'm still... Now I'm on the fence, but not because what game am I going to get? I'm on the fence because neither console has a game I care about. So it's like, what's the point? But that brings me to my next point. Microsoft, of course, had to have something to counteract this Halo business, so they immediately announced, hey, we're having a November timeframe window for launching the console. So we do know that sometime in November, which I'm pretty sure everyone figured that, seeing as how all of their consoles launch in November, they're going to be releasing the Xbox Series X. Now, some other weird stuff came out. There was a picture that was tweeted with an Xbox Series X controller, and on the back, it kind of said a few things. Now, it said on there, compatible with Xbox Series X/S. Now, The Xbox Series S is kind of the nickname the world has given the presumed digital version of the Xbox Series X, but technically nothing has actually been announced ever about an all-digital version. Now, we all know it's going to happen. PlayStation already announced theirs. We know Xbox is going to announce theirs. And that was probably going to initially be like their ace in the hole. I say that because we don't know prices of the PS5 or the PS5 all-digital, but we do know that Microsoft has their xCloud service, which is going to really be very good for an all-digital console. And because of that, a lot of people were speculating that their all-digital console could be much, much cheaper. And I'm talking like $200. So their ace in the hole, we all assumed was going to come out, may have been spoiled by this controller leak. But another thing came out of this same leak, which I think is very short-sighted of a lot of people. I think a lot of people are very quick to forget. And that is that this controller came in a box that said, do not release until November 9th. Now, a lot of people freaked out. Oh my god, November 9th, that's when the console's launching. I'm not going to say that it's not launching November 9th, but I am going to remind everyone that if you remember the last generation, the generation before that, a lot of these companies, they put out their peripherals first, and they always sell a week or so ahead of time. So when you see, hey, don't put this out until November 9th, that's probably saying, hey, November 9th, put the controllers on the shelves, put your stuff on the shelves, your accessories, your cases, and then next week or the week after, we're going to launch the console. I don't think this November 9th is really anything to go on based off that, but I will say that the Xbox Series S thing is very interesting. And this is my personal thought. Tell me what you think. I think what they're going to do is kind of throw all their cards down on their next big announcement. I think they're going to unveil the Series S now that, we already knew it was going to happen, but I think they're actually going to unveil it. By doing that, they're going to give the price of the Series S to give you hey, this is how we're better than the PlayStation digital version. To do that, they're going to have to give the price of the main console. So, I believe that they're going to say, hey, the main console is whatever, $500. Here's the Series S for you guys who want to save some cash at $200. And also, here's the date. I think we're going to get all three pieces of information at the same time. I think we're going to say, hey, here's the S. Hey, here's the prices. Hey, here's the release date. And I think that's going to be kind of their push to salvage what's going on with the fact that there's nothing big first party coming for the Xbox. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they're going to do that? And, do you think it's going to even make a big difference? So the last thing I want to talk about, it's kind of funny because, I alluded to this a week or two ago when I did that Mario Lego set. A lot of people have been talking about the Mario 35th, hopefully getting some kind of awesome Mario 35th pack with Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, which none of that's confirmed yet. We're still waiting on that. But it's really funny because I brought up last week. I was like, everyone's talking about the Mario 35th. What about the Zelda 35th, which would be next year? And now, when I said that, I was kind of talking about Lego sets and how cool it would be to have a Zelda Lego set. But within the last week, it seems like every YouTuber in the world has now brought up the Zelda 35th. It's like everyone at the same time made that realization, wait a second. Zelda's big birthday is next year. What? But, I think that it is going to be a big deal. A lot of people are like, oh man, what are they going to do? I already talked about the idea of a cool Lego set, maybe a map or something. Their clothing line they did this year with Levi's, I didn't spend the money on any Mario clothes because they're pretty expensive and I don't like Mario that much. But a Zelda version? Yeah, I'm probably jumping in on that one. Zelda's my jams. But it opens up the door for a lot of stuff, and people have been digging. Now that we're all thinking about it, people have been digging. And earlier this year, they had a whole bunch of Mario stuff that was kind of found, a bunch of different renewals of licenses and things. And a lot of people are assuming this is going to be tied to the 35th because a lot of it was products and toys and clothes and blah blah blah. Well, what people failed to realize was right alongside that, a lot of Zelda stuff, in fact, identical to the Mario stuff that was patented, was done at the same time. So We still don't know the full extent of what's going on with Nintendo this year. They've been very quiet, but we do know that something's going to happen. They've already been making their plays with clothing and third-party stuff. We haven't gotten to games yet, but, you know, there's no way that they're going to end this year with the Pikmin re-release. So a lot of people are really hyped up for this whole idea of a Zelda 35th anniversary next year. I know I would be a huge fan for like a re-release of the Zelda. Well, actually, I have it right here. The Zelda Collector's Edition Classic set, where it has like all the Zeldas from back when. You know, this is on the GameCube. This is one of the best games. But think about if they had a newer version of that. Maybe, you know, of course you'd have to have Ocarina of Time. Like, it's like the highest reviewed game of all time. So have Ocarina of Time, maybe even the 3DS graphics, or maybe even jump it up higher, because you can. Not a big Majora's Mask fan, sorry everybody, but throw Majora's Mask on there. I think it'd be cool to have some of the handheld ones that are harder to play. Ages and Seasons were on the 3DS eShop, but I'd like to see some of the Game Boy Advance going on. I would love to see Minish Cap if you've never played it. Oh my gosh. I'd love to see that on there. But I mean, who knows? Sky's the limit. Speaking of sky's the limit, Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword was on the Wii, which was standard definition. So, prime candidate for ramping it up. But tell me what you guys think. It's hard to want to speculate about a 35th Zelda anniversary without the 35th Mario anniversary kind of happening yet. I mean, we all know it's going to, but it hasn't. But tell me what you think, and if so, let's just say that that they did a cool Zelda set, and let's say they have 4 Zelda games on it. Any Zelda game. What would your 4 be? For me, it would be Ocarina of Time. It would be the original Link's Awakening, just because I love that game. Ages or Seasons, I'm not sure which, and then like Link to the Past, like a really nice Link to the Past. Those would probably be the 4 for me on that list. But hey, what do you guys think? I you know, put that in the comments down below if you think it's gonna be a thing and which Zelda games you would want to throw on that set. And hey, as always, I always like to have like a fun question to ask you guys, besides that Zelda question, which is a really good one. So answer both of these. I love fighting games, and I love Smash Brothers. I'm not like a big pro Smash Brothers guy, but you know, I think it'd be fun to throw in the comments, what do you think the next Smash Brothers character is? You know, a lot of people say, what do you want the Smash Brothers character to be? And everyone's gonna be Gino. But you know, what do you think honestly is gonna be the next one? And you know, usually these characters tie in some kind of way to stuff that's going on. I'm going to let you know right now. What is the date today? I don't know. This is August something. This is August something. They have not announced anything. You've heard it here first. It's absolutely going to be Crash Bandicoot. The next character is going to be Crash Bandicoot. That's going to happen. Absolutely. You heard it here. I'm a psychic right now. Crash Bandicoot is going to be in Smash. He's the next character. Do I want him to be in Smash? Absolutely not. I think that's a wasted character. But that's who it's going to be. But who do you guys think it's going to be? Let me know in the comments down below. And let's kind of get that conversation started. That's going to do it for us today, guys. Hey, thanks again for watching. I love hanging out with you guys on the weekends. If you have not subscribed, please do. That'd be really cool. If you like the video, thumbs up, thumbs down. Comment on the 2 questions I had for you, or anything we talked about if you're bummed out about Xbox like me, because hell I am. And hey, as always, take it easy.